So we're actually doing a trip today. We're heading down to the dredge hole, then down to Glenrowan to see Ned Kelly and have some birthday lunch. So these guys here are ready to go. I reckon they'll be a little bit cooler than we were in our cruiser, but yeah, it's a beautiful old Rolls Royce there. It's pretty important sometimes to make sure you've got the height of your vehicle right, because we only just scraped through there with probably about a centimetre to spare. This is the Beechworth Magazine, where they kept the explosives for the gold mining operations around Beechworth. Oh, thanks, Joe. And it's exactly 100 years old because it was actually made back in 1859. You can see the lightning arrestor rods here to make sure that the powder inside didn't explode. And it's got a decent wall around the outside. It's probably one of the more substantial powder magazines I've seen. It would have the dome roof on the inside to keep the explosion down, and you can see these vent holes here on the side there, so that if there is an explosion, most of the air and that would actually come out sideways. But quite good. And obviously it didn't blow up, so it did its job. Hey Joey, this is not like the magazines that you normally read.
No, it's not like that, right?
No, it's not. It's live. It is live. Yeah, no, it's good. Well done. So it looks like I've got a rooftop tent. Someone's put a rooftop tent while we're down looking at the magazine. Oh no, it's just a sign. Just a sign. We're at Woolshed Falls, just out of Beechworth. This is the actual falls here. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so the water's actually running down quite well. Here is where they actually pulled out 2,000 ounces of gold back in 1918 to 1920, so there's a fair bit there. So we're going to check out Mount Pilot. We're at the summit. There's a bit of a car park here, and picnic tables and barbecues. And the actual summit is 300 metres. So we'll go and check it out. Here's a good view facing east. Catch your breath. And then go up a little bit for higher.
Yes.
And there's the track. It's a good track. A couple of big steps in it though. So at the summit of Mount Pilot, we've got a cairn here, which actually shows all the directions of things. We've got Corowa 36 k's that way, Barranduda over that way. You can see the Barranduda tower over there. Over here, it looks like back in 1961, they actually put this into the concrete here, 1961. And I wouldn't mind betting there was maybe a fire tower here or some sort of observation, because you'd definitely be able to see a fair way here. So something's been cut into here, and there's a few concrete bits and pieces here. So I'd say maybe a fire tower. But beautiful day to enjoy Victoria. Check out Eldorado. I think there's some caves down here with some Aboriginal First Nation paintings, so we'll see if we can find them. So the walk up's quite steep, although there is a pretty well-defined path. Here we've got some caves. Pretty good place to shelter. You can see they've had fires here. We're at the Eldorado Dredge. It was actually made in Castlemaine. And so it actually used to float around, and this would be like a big chainsaw that would actually pull up all the dirt before it would actually come up into the rest of it. You can see it going up over there, and that's where they'd actually start to process the soil and find all the gold. This thing is big, and how many ton did they find, Joey? 2.2 ton of gold came out of here. It looks like a ride at a show. I don't think it would be very safe. But look at the size of this pulley. It's absolutely massive. We'll get the drone up later and have a look around it. So this is where the controller would stand, and he's got all these levers here. And there's a guide there, I'd say, for working out the angle of the buckets. And what I like here is, because we're in Victoria, it's so effing cold, we've got a fire. So we've got a heater here, which is pretty cool. So we're doing the Eldorado Dredge historic walk, 750 metres. And basically I'd say that we actually go right around. So there's the buckets that go through there. Then they raise up into the top. And then when they are emptied, they're processed. And you can see the chutes out the back where all the water and the bits they don't need fall out.
They call